think that is so interesting that you
Yes.
started out in HR. You obviously have a great love and respect for the maritime industry.
Absolutely.
Tell us why, on a personal level. And I know, Fred, that you like to talk business, but let's talk about why you appreciate the industry.
You know, first of all, I feel very strongly, and this is to do with my family, that I feel strongly about the youth of South Africa and the future of our country. And I believe here is a golden opportunity. My view has always been that maritime has been the stepchild industry, and that government needs to focus more on the development of the industry. And they've come to the party, there's no doubt about that, with Operation Pakisa. They're determined to look at registering ships on our flag to ensure that, you know, we have ships proudly flying the South African flag, and training young men and women to actually get berths. What we mean by berths is actually places on ships so that they can get their sea time, because when you go to college you also have to be on a ship as well. So we have young men and women going out, applying, you know, going to the oceans. There's a lovely story somebody tells me about two people from two different companies going in somewhere up in North America, and the one radios the other one and says, oh, you know, hello, and he says, but I know you. And they went to school, they went to Law Hill Maritime School, and here they were, officers on vessels. So coming back to I feel very passionate and very enthusiastic about the industry, and yes, it's a labour of love from my perspective.
I don't think that anyone can argue with 1 million jobs, and that is certainly an impressive
Indeed.
figure and something that's
Yes.
desperately needed.
Yes.
So what is your advice then to the person who is watching this, who has a child or who is a graduate who now wants to get into the industry?
Right.
What's the first step?
All right, the South African Maritime Safety Authority would be a good, excuse the pun, port of call. So phone
you are
SAMHSA.
on a roll today.
So phone SAMHSA, phone the Cape Peninsula University of Technology. They have a School of Maritime Studies. Phone Durban University of Technology. They also have a School of Maritime Studies. You can go and study marine engineering at a university. You can look at doing your law degree and then specializing in maritime law. So they're all avenues there are about 8 avenues. If you know, I don't want to mention all 8 now, we'll be here for a really long time, but there are 8 ways of actually getting in. And yes, you know, there's also, and I want to correct a myth, people think that you can just go through to SAMTRA, to the Maritime Training Academy. You have to work for a company who will then sponsor and pay for your studies and send you to the institution of higher learning, where you can learn, and they will pay for your studies while you're there. It's a long road. It can take up to 10 years to become a ship's captain. But then, you know what, that beautiful vessel with up to 18,000 containers in, that will be your country, and you're the president of that country, of that ship that sails the oceans. And with millions and millions of rands worth of cargo, and maybe about 12 to 18 people. People don't realize, they think there are lots of people on these vessels. There are only about 12 or 18. It's all technologically advanced.